During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
And I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off. Oi, can I have me penis back? Why do you have dreadlocks, you white oppressor?
Royce Lopez.
Always be aborting. A, always, B, aborting. Always be aborting.
Breaking news.
Breaking news,
You're
guys.
hearing it only on our show first. Apparently Donald Trump has worked out a deal. He will get the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rock climbing wall.
Oh, no! The other side's going to be a slide. You climb the wall up and you just
lands into a nice, clean, chlorinated pool. And then you immediately get a welfare check. Fucking A.
Oh, shit. He was a boy, he went to girl, now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh, God, just stay a girl if you're going to be this indecisive.
I think Caitlyn Jenner's a handsome woman with a great penis. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trannies. I just don't want to put that one's cock in my mouth.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time, here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
What is InfoWars doing? Hi, guys.
What
Welcome
happened
aboard.
with InfoWars? I missed
Welcome
something?
aboard. Welcome aboard. It's Wednesday afternoon. Revenge of the Cis. Like, subscribe, share this link right now. Of course, Mike Sheely, Royce Lopez, the leaders of your media insurgency.
You know what? Let's
The
wait
jihad.
for them to share it.
Did you guys share it?
Okay, wait.
Did you wait?
Okay, now we're good. I think it's shared.
Hang on.
Wait.
Nick Smart's.
Nick, hold on, wait.
Go.
Okay, now.
All right, now we're good.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Guys, welcome aboard. So InfoWars. It's another one of these where I get distracted right before the show.
Just got it. It's war on information. Duh.
You mean there's a war for your mind? Or
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, what did Alex Jones... Was it InfoWars or Alex Jones? Because this must have happened right before, because first time hearing of it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to post
Yeah.
the link right now. As we were going live, I looked. InfoWars is live with Rufio Panman, Stickman 2.0, Based Fist Man.
I know who he is.
We'll call him Based Fist Man.
Rufio.
So, they're encouraging this whole thing now. They got him there in his stupid fucking Fred Perry polo. You know, Antifa picking fights they can't fucking finish. Yeah. Are you guys really encouraging this now, InfoWars? Are you that desperate for fucking clicks
Yes.
that you're now building up Stickman 2.0?
Yes.
Because that's what he is.
I know.
He's already got the GoFundMes. He's got all, hey guys, make sure you can pay for my travel and my booze and my cocaine so I can fuck broads and travel around and punch people in the face, because that's what America's all about.
Again, I liked him and respected him after he punched a guy out for trying to hit him. But you're right. Now they're the whole movement about them. You're gonna have the idiots like stupid Pam who hates us from fucking Patriot Prayer, and those fucking losers are gonna be like, he's our adder. You got a fat back.
And by the way,
Yeah.
I had this same problem with Tiny. I like Tiny.
So do I.
There are many things about Tiny I like, and I met him, and he was very polite to me. He's a cool guy. But I don't like the fact that people turn the street fighting thing into a fucking gimmick, and that becomes your whole thing. That's not politics. Traveling from city to city, punching college kids in the face is not politics.
I have an idea. What if we ride the wave and the intro to our show be Street Fighting Man by Rage Against the Machine? Has anyone done that?
But I don't want to pay for it, so can we get like some sort of a
Royalty free?
royalty-free version of it?
Right. It'll be Road Kicking Dude.
But I'm getting annoyed because
That's weird. Mike never gets annoyed.
This new, like, I didn't mind when the E-celebs were making money, being edgy, getting in trouble, getting banned from PayPal and all that shit. You can get around that shit. Like, bad optics as far as, like, making a fucking oven joke or a bad, cheesy meme about, like, the Holocaust. People go, you can always go, I was being funny. Traveling around and physically punching people in the face isn't a good look.
Unless you're Floyd Mayweather.
Why are you all investing money into this, into infrastructure surrounding this? Do you know what an easier way, instead of having Rufio Panman and a bunch of and Levi Romero and a bunch of other fucking drunk, coked up Proud Boys fucking traveling around punching people in the face, if you want to stay safe, stop having these dumb rallies. Nobody cares. Joey Gibson, you're not a good speaker. People are not showing up in droves to hear Joey Gibson give his Sermon on the Mount. Nobody cares. You do a thing, you file a permit, you announce you're doing a thing because you know you'll bait Antifa into coming, and then you get a couple of good shots of Tiny knocking some fucking kids out to a third of his size. And then you all go home and you fucking suck each other off. I'm done. I'm done with it.
I have a feeling when we go to this more rally in September, we are going to get a lot more cringe right-wingers than we did last year. I really believe that.
Yeah, because it's alt-light. It's a whole alt-light shit show. It's going to be the fucking trannies and the based black people.
Pressler.
Scotty Boy
He'll
Pressler.
be there. Oh, we got to talk to him. We can't wait to see Pressler. Oh, you know who else I guarantee is going to be there? Walk away guy. Walk away gay guy. You know he's going to be there. Guaranteed. He'll speak, too.
How about we interview Scott Pressler, right? Mm-hmm. We get him to just talk cash money shit on this Brendan guy, and he'll think like, yeah, in a few weeks when the video comes out, he'll see it and we'll be beefing. But we'll just immediately go to the Brandon guy and just show him what Scott said about him. Can you believe this? Yo, see what he just said about you? He said you're a complete fraud.
You know what? Then it's a gay fight, and you don't want to be near that because if there's blood, you might get AIDS.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you want AIDS?
Two faggots windmilling each other. It'd be great. And then fucking
Rufio shows up and punches him.
And just double fist.
I love it. I like our plan. This is great. Yeah. This is fucking awesome.
But I don't think a Proud Boy would attack his fellow homosexuals.
Are you implying that Proud Boys...
No. I'm outright saying that most of the Proud Boys are homosexuals.
You're making it sound like the founder of the Proud Boys is proud of putting a dildo up his ass.
But he is proud of putting a dildo up his ass because he's so based, bro. He's trying to show that, man, we take all kinds in the right. You know? Degenerates, drug addicts, fucking prostitutes, trannies. We take them all, right? Because we need the votes. MAGA!
You know what?
MAGA!
That's what Gavin...
MAGA!
That's what Gavin did. He left Vice and started a right-wing Vice. The same kind of people are in there. Trannies and fucking weirdos and
unpaid interns.
It's fucking...
I'm
so sick of this.
Yeah. So that's it. That should be the new fucking bumper sticker right there. MAGA.
That's it, Mike. I'm taking away my $12 a month.
Pieces of good. Go. All you go.
No, wait, calm down. But if you do want to help us get to DC to cover the fucking craziness, streamlabs.com/revenge of the
I don't think it's going to be that crazy.
And we're not going to punch anybody.
I don't think it's going to be.
I mean, we might. Well, I'm not going to say we're going to punch anybody because in self-defense we might. I'm sure there's going to be people that don't like us, but for the most part, they're not going to do anything. So what do we want to start with? I guess we'll start with what's happening right now, which is in South Florida. My old hometown. I didn't live here. I lived in a white neighborhood. But still, this is in Miramar, Florida, which is the last city before you get into Dade County and Broward. So you're still technically, from people from Miramar, still go, I'm from Fort Lauderdale. No, you're not.
Yeah, Miramar is sort of like Myanmar. Might as well live there.
It's where the Dolphin Stadium is. So there's also a ICE agency there. And,
where they sell like Italian ices.
I fucking wish.
That'd be dope.
Hey, Earl, we got any Italian ices back there?
No, fresh out.
Damn. All right. Let's just play it and see what these protesters are doing in front of the ICE.
I'm gonna guess they're complaining, whining.
They've been there since noon.
And right now we're following some breaking news. This is coming to us out of Miramar, where protesters are blocking a street. This is right near the ICE facility. These are live pictures, of course, coming into us from Sky 10 right now.
And you can see those police out there. Local 10 News reporter Carlos Suarez is at the protest. Joins us live from Miramar.
Guys, there are about a dozen or so protesters that are at this hour closing down traffic outside of this ICE facility. You can see a number of...
This is another one of those fucking fake white Cubans.
Oh, yeah, Carlos Suarez.
Fifth generation in Miami. Like, hi, I'm glad to be here, Diane. How are you? Good. He probably knows no Espanol.
None. Now, they're laying...
probably useless in Cayocho.
They're laying down on the ground, interlocking hands, and not letting the cars drive through. So they're blocking the road.
Them are on the street out here. They're joined by this contraption, basically, that allows them to...
By the way, this contraption...
It's PVC pipe.
No, not even. Trust me, I've been through this. That would be cooler. Mike, they're pool noodles.
They are pool noodles.
They cut them like down there. And then they taped it over.
Yeah, like poor people floaties.
Right, pool noodles, exactly.
Linked to one another, and then they stretch out all across the intersection outside of this Immigration and Customs Enforcement facility. We're told that Miramar police are about to start the process of arresting these individuals. We're told a number of them were given fair warning that they needed to clear.
And you know, dude, by the way, in this weird new climate that we're in this country, these cops are really trying to be like, look, dude, we don't need any bad blood. Please. Just fucking leave. Take your little protest somewhere else. Go get permits. And when no, fuck you, man. All right, man. I'm taking you to jail.
It's the same thing with the Louisville guy yesterday. Like, look, you need to move your tents. Like, again, there's a difference between First Amendment protesting legally, which you should be able to do, whether you're an idiot or not, standing on the sidewalk holding pickets. But now they're breaking the fucking law. And the fact that they're even giving them warnings, I don't like that. They should just fucking immediately arrest them. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care if it's fucking bad optics. Arrest them. They are blocking fucking traffic.
I don't mind the one warning because it is, look, again, this is a weird time and everything's going to be fascism, man, and you don't want them winning lawsuits and all this shit. So, yeah, it's good to go out and go, hey, I'm telling you one time, get your fucking pool noodles and your shit up out of the street. Because the next time we come out here, it's with cuffs and zip ties.
And by the way...
And when you come out with zip ties later, it's fine. And now you knew.
Miramar police officers are about 60% Hispanic. So it's not like these are a bunch of white fascist people stopping them.
Also, do you know how many times I've been to jail in my adult life? Okay, twice. Very briefly, overnight stays. Do you know how many times I have had an officer threaten to arrest me? At least 3 dozen. The difference is learn when to take a fucking warning. There have been times I was all fucked up yelling at cops that were cuffing a friend of mine, and they're like, "You want to go with them?" And you go, "Anyway, one of us has to bail the other one out." Okay.
Have a nice day, officer.
Because them going to jail is now non-negotiable. You know what I mean? So if you want to be a dick, one of you needs to stay behind with bail money.
Look at these people. Look at them. And by the way, you have
What do
to
you mean these people?
These dirty, dirty protesters.
These dirty pool noodle having motherfuckers.
Serious. So, they are. By the way, this is the other thing. I don't fucking care. It's 98 degrees outside right now in Florida, especially down there. It's even hotter. I'm gonna fucking lay down on the asphalt like a goddamn animal. This is why. Look, if I were to, here's a perfect example. If I were to stand in front of a car on the highway, and somebody were to hit me, right? They would not arrest the driver. They would be like, look, you ran on the highway. What do you want me to do? However, These people are allowed to block this. They're allowed to sit there for however long. And then, by the way, not only give them a warning, they were there for several hours before they go, look, guys, enough's enough.
Yeah, that's not cool. The several hours thing I have a problem with. It should be out there, warning, we're going to give you about 10 minutes to make a decision. Right. We're going to be right back. And then they come back in 10 minutes with the hoses and the mace and the tasers and the fucking zip ties.
And we'll bring it up again. Don't they have jobs? It's Wednesday at noon. No. No.
That's it's probably the dumbest question you've ever had.
You're right.
In the history of questions.
It is pretty
It's
stupid.
a pretty stupid question. Of course they don't have jobs. These are Steve Wilkos viewers. The only thing this affects is Maury Povich's ratings. Doesn't affect the economy in any way.
Who's going to watch General Hospital?
Now we're never going to find out who the father is of any of the guy on Maury or any of you people.
Or any of you people. Yes.
All across the intersection outside.
You know what would be really funny?
Is if these people were all run over by Chevy Suburbans.
I was going to say a Challenger, but you know what else would be really funny? Is if one of them gets heat stroke and the ambulance can't get through to get to them because they're blocking the road. That would be
funny.
One of the best things that were to happen.
Or just a regular stroke, like one too many fucking fajitas. Just fucking sends you off the rails.
More of the churros will do it, but
it's just a high.
That's all sugar.
The problem is it's sugar and sodium, and you're just worst.
You're
of both
doubling
worlds.
down. Yeah, you could have fried and you could have sugar, but you shouldn't have fried sugar.
Come on, man, it's delicious.
Pick
I get
one.
it.
Yeah.
Of this immigration and customs enforcement.
Now that would have been funny instead of pool noodles, they were holding churros.
You notice how they all have to bring like little yoga mats because the fucking road must be like 9,000 degrees.
Yeah,
this was not well thought.
It's really fucking hot out in Florida now.
South Florida.
South Florida is even fucking hotter. And by the way,
it's miserable. It's been miserable here for weeks. Just add 7 degrees. Like that's what you do.
And they're in Miramar, which means they're not by the ocean, so they don't even get the sea breeze. They're fucking just they're baking out there.
Facility. We're told that Miramar police are about to start the process of arresting these individuals. We're told a number of them were given fair warning that they needed to clear the streets before the arrest started taking place. A number of these people have taken parts in protests across South Florida for the better parts of the last couple of months amid the debate over family separation. Let's go ahead and take you up to Sky 10 and HD for an aerial look on where...
By the way, look at the huge look how many people it is.
I mean, why don't you just drive? I would just drive around them.
You could easily get around
drive
them.
around them
Easily.
and people might try to like get in front, but you just bump them. That's the thing. A standing person, if you're not going very fast, you'll get them the fuck out of the way of your car.
Oh, they'll move. Oh,
You just let it kind of glide forward with no gas. People go, hey, stop, hey, stop it. As long as you don't hit hard, if you don't go 5 or more miles per hour.
As long as you're just driving with your foot off the brake.
That's what I mean. Just let the car roll, and people go, hey, you can't do it. Thump. Get the fuck out of my way. I'm going to work, you asshole. Some of us have to contribute to the South Florida economy.
Where all of this is unfolding, we are on the corner of Southwest 145th Avenue and Southwest 29th Street. That is just east of I-75 near Miramar Parkway, and all of this is taking place outside of the Immigration and Customs Enforcement facility here in the city of Miramar. The folks out here, immigrants that have pending business before the government, they come out here for monthly check-ins, and we're told a lot of them...
Yes, that's what they go in for. These aren't the ICE agents. This is where... If you're an immigrant and you need to check in, because, sometimes they do that, but while you're going through the process of legalization, you have to go monthly and check in to make sure,
So this is the place that actually helps you transition into this country legally.
That is correct. So
Those sons of fucking fascists!
No, they're not. They're just...
Makes me so mad.
There's probably a lady in the front desk named Gladys.
It's probably a DMV.
Yeah.
It's probably a glorified DMV with maybe a couple of swatty-looking dudes around for security. That's about it.
It's they tell you to come in, you check in, and you make sure that you're doing what you need to do, and you show that you're working and stuff like that.
I get it. Fascism. Got it. Nazi Germany.
I don't. They help.
Over now. Gotcha.
No, Mike.
I'm picking up what you're saying. They're literally fascists.
You're picking it up incorrectly because what they're actually doing is
separating families and murdering children. I got it. What's the next story we got? This is what the left does.
And
though.
you get. I know you're
man.
fucking
It's
around, but it
exhausting.
still makes me angry.
It's exhausting because you're just like,
forced to
fine.
stand in line.
I didn't read anything. No, you're right. I'm completely invalid.
You're right.
I just won't say
Sorry.
anything. You're right. I'm stupid.
Lines under the hot sun, and a lot of the times, if they have any
Especially when it's
legal
like some LA liberal trying to tell you how South Florida works.
Oh, those are my
Do you
favorite.
understand how? Yeah, kinda. Do you know what it's like for Hispanics?
Yeah,
a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a basic idea. You know, anything that I don't know, I could always, reach out to an older family member, let them fill in the blanks for me.
Yeah, and by the way, again, South Florida is a terrible place to do this. Do you understand in certain parts of South Florida, most of the billboards are in Spanish? Do you fucking get that this is the wrong place? Most of the officials, most of the police officers, mayors, city councilmen, they're all Hispanic. You are dealing with all Hispanic people. So this is the wrong place. This isn't fucking a place like Arizona where get them out of here. Get them out. Everyone here speaks Spanish. Everybody.
It's it's almost as if, according to what you're saying, that if you keep giving them stuff, it'll never be enough, and they'll just keep wanting more. It's weird.
We're not talking about the gay agenda right now. We're talking about. Are you saying there's similarities?
I'm saying anything based on the left is always, give us this. All right, here you go. Why isn't it more? Fuck, man. Enough.
Issues in
they won't
reference
be
to
happy until Cuba annexes South Florida and
That's
then makes it
happened many years
socialist,
ago.
and then it becomes a shithole, and then they're all going to move here
Mike,
to Orlando.
I was already in South Florida recently. That's already happened. It's already been annexed, and listen, again, going down South Beach, was there recently. It's ghetto Hispanics and a lot of people of extreme color that are down there. It has been annexed. The fact that they have signs now when you go to South Beach where it says no loud music and no smoking weed, because that's what it is now. It's really
That's never
really
been
bad.
a sign that's ever hung up in a good place.
Correct. You don't go to you don't go to downtown Dallas and see that. You know what I mean?
They had a club back in the day. I might be able to pull up an old picture of me there. It was called From Dusk Till Dawn.
It was a good movie.
It was the most ghetto after hours bottle club you've ever seen in
And
Tampa.
most of them were vampires?
No. You're thinking of the one in Mexico. It's
Oh,
it's
okay.
the one in
Okay.
Tampa.
This one's worse.
Yeah, because it's blacks. And there was a sign in this club where everybody was smoking blunts anyway, but it was a sign like just to cover their ass.
Yeah.
That just said no smoking blunts allowed. And I had a picture of me smoking a blunt in front of the sign, of course, because you got to be edgy, guy.
Pretty edgy, dude.
I almost got murdered in that club twice. It's fun stuff. I love that. That was a fun place.
Was
Not
some-
like it wasn't like, hey, I'm gonna kill you because I know you. It was more like, things get dangerous in there, and sometimes people throw chairs or guns, or pull guns out and stuff. It's fun.
Did Selma Hayek show up with a snake?
No, but we did start shooting holes in the walls
Okay, so
to
that's
get the light it through.
pretty
and then,
close.
either asylum applications or their immigrant paperwork, a lot of the times,
This is where you got to hear. It's very important to hear what this ICE facility does, just to see what they're protesting there.
a lot of them are forced to stand in lines under the hot sun, and a lot of the times, if they have any legal issues in reference to their either asylum applications or their immigrant paperwork, a lot of the times, a lot of these individuals may be taken into custody at this location. There are a number of groups and organizations that were involved in this protest, and about a handful of them were arrested earlier this week after taking part in a protest at a Broward Transitional Center in the city of...
Okay, but that is
This is in Pompano Beach. This is the Broward Transitional Center.
you are damaging clearly what is a private citizen's property.
They flattened the top. For those that via podcast, you could tell. By the way, you could tell it's a big fascist with a bunch of money that works at the ICE facility
They're
because they
dodging me
damaged
on
their
hatchback or whatever. What is
worse Ford Focus,
that? Yeah, that's a real
an old one. This is like a 2005 Ford Focus. They flattened the tires. They spray painted "Abolish ICE" on it. This is the ICE facility in Pompano Beach. This is the transitional facility where when they get people, they take them here before they deport them. So this was last week.
Pompano Beach. Now, that center deals with folks that are already in the process of being deported. However, critics say that a lot of the immigrants that are picked up and taken to that facility have not committed a...
By the way, you see all the No. Fuck that. Go back.
Sure. The sign?
Yeah.
This?
That little pitchfork head thing, that's a communist symbol.
Yes. Oh, I know.
Like, this is just blatant communism.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
and
we need to stop calling these people protesters. We need to stop calling these people the resistance. We need to call them what they are. Fucking communists. Communists. Stop doing, because we're guilty of it. You fuckers are guilty of it. Stop calling them protesters. They're fucking communists. They're scumbags.
And by the way, I love the communist symbolism juxtaposed with the Cartoon Network Adventure Time doll that they use. It's just the understanding of basic politics and how it works.
Even if you find yourself calling them protesters accidentally, it may take a little bit of extra effort to start correcting yourself. Stop yourself mid-sentence from now on and go, I am, you know what, communist.
We're doing that from now on? New
That's
rule.
what I'm doing.
Okay, I agree. No, I'm with you.
I'm not
I
calling
like
them
that.
protesters anymore. They're fucking
communists.
communist scumbags. That right there is proof. 161, the little pitchfork. That's all commie shit. And it's like, again, these people all come from these fucking cesspools.
Would you call them shitholes?
Dare I say shitholes that are mostly communist in nature.
No,
Where
completely
people
communist.
are fucking eating each other. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it just reconnected. It disconnected for a second, but it's coming back.
Deep state.
That was weird.
I don't even know what part I got to, but in Venezuela, these people are literally not only eating rats, but fighting over the rats in the streets so they can eat them. There's not enough rats to eat for everybody. Not enough rats to go around. So these people want the same model applied to this beautiful country.
Right.
Stop calling them protesters. They are communists. They need that dirty. They don't want to call us fucking Nazis. You're fucking communists.
And you're right. And you know what? You know what the difference is?
Nazis are cool, clean cut.
Is that besides that,
They normally are in some sort of a trade school learning woodworking or masonry.
I think the biggest issue is that they don't, that if somebody calls you a Nazi, it implies this terrible thing, right? And the difference is that even like white nationalists, like we say all the time when they say they sprayed swastikas on my thing, white nationalists don't do that. They don't call themselves Nazis. They don't go out there and say they're Nazis. However, and I'm sure you've seen it now, these are proud communists. Like they will say, I've heard them say, I am a communist. Communism is great. I am a Marxist. And if we're just going by numbers and body count, and even if we buy the numbers from Nazis, let's say that they're 100% legit, communism has killed way more people, but you're allowed to walk around and wear that as a fucking badge of honor, as of I'm a communist because I fight for the little man.
But they have the same excuses. They do the same shit with they have a million excuses for why people died under communism. America was bombing them and they didn't let the grain silos it's always
Okay, why are people dying in Venezuela?
Because American imperialism and sanctions have caused the economic downturn. And
What about Nicaragua?
you don't understand Nicaragua.
Do you?
It's, I think, a country,
Yeah, okay, so far so good.
and they are thriving under.
No, they're not. No, they're dying.
Oh,
A lot
well,
of them are dying.
then let them come here,
No!
and then they can try communism with our money,
No.
and then everybody will be saved. Right?
Is that what democratic socialism is? It's communism that we pay for? It's what it is, right?
Bingo.
Democratic socialism is communism that we pay for.
It's basically people going, here, just take all my money.
Yeah,
Here you
take
go,
it.
government.
Take
have
all of it.
It's fine. I don't, food's for faggots.
That facility have not committed a violent offense or a serial.
I care because my parents. I care because my parents teach me to. Is that what that says?
Yeah, I guess. Cool. Could they teach you that in Mexico or wherever the fuck you're from?
Criminal matter and
No hate, no fear. Immigrants and refugees are welcome here. Okay, but let me just point something else out. I will make a fucking bet. I will make a bet because I'm looking at the people. I'm looking at the people that are marching. These aren't Cubans.
No, none of those are immigrants.
No, these aren't these. But
Those are fucking all suburban kids.
yeah, but my point is none of them are even Cubans because again, and I know it's defended. Cubans will want to be white more than any other Hispanic race. They want to work. Most of them have jobs. They're not out there protesting for Mexicans because again, and here's the dirty truth that nobody wants to talk about: Hispanics. We
dirty
all
people.
Well, okay, the other truth.
Lazy.
All right, well that's some.
Arrogant.
Okay, yeah, definitely that.
They're very violent people. They tend to lose their temper very quickly.
Okay, true.
They steal a lot.
Yes. But also, they all hate each other.
No, they're like Asians.
Yeah, they
Just
all
every
hate each
subsect
other.
hates the other one.
Yeah, they all hate each other.
And instead, they are taken there to be processed and then eventually to be deported back to their country.
Hold on. Little kids need their mommies. This is white. Look, guess this is a white parent having their white kid hold up this sign.
Look at this little fucking mini Dylan Roof looking ass.
Yep.
That facility itself has about 700 beds, and the average population is about 529, at least to a 2016 report from the Department of Homeland Security. But coming back out live here, you are taking a live look at Southwest 145th Avenue and Southwest 29th Street, where a number of protesters have linked together and are in the process of trying to demonstrate outside of this ICE facility. We're told that Miramar police have already told the organizers of this event that they are going to start making arrests. They spent a good part of the morning trying to warn the folks out here. You can block traffic for a little bit, but they asked everyone to try to get back out onto the sidewalk. Unfortunately, these individuals have decided to stay out here, and so Miramar police says that they are getting ready.
They even told them to get back on the sidewalk. And now, again, as per usual, when they arrest these people...
Fascists.
No,
Fascists.
Well, okay, fine.
Don't arrest them, you fascists.
When they arrest these people, and they're going to arrest them, then it's our tax money that's going to have to pay for the processing them, and it's not going to go to court. They're going to be released immediately, but it's going to be our money and our resources. And right now somewhere in Miramar, there's somebody who needs a cop because they just got shot, or because their husband is beating them, or because their husband is hitting their kid with a fucking brick. And guess what? Those cops are not going to get there on time because they have to sit here and fucking stop these goddamn babies from laying on the fucking ground. Listen, man, this is what this is. This isn't adults anymore. They're laying on the ground and throwing tantrums like you see a kid at a Whole Foods, because crying because they want a toy. Yeah, I want it. Yes.
Have you tried not being a fascist? And then maybe they'll...
You know why we're in the position that we're in right now? Because I've tried not being a fascist for too long, Mike. That's why.
I want to actually... I was thinking of doing an IRL stream where I just go and blend in at one of these protests. Because that would be easy. Just to play along. Like, just not shower one day and then go like all disheveled looking and be like, yeah, man, no Nazis, no KKK, no fascist USA, just a chant with them and like really just, yeah,
Do you
man.
know how badly I wish one of these things would happen near us? Because we would be in the car and be there in a fucking hot second.
Just go to an IRL stream and go pick up fucking, that's a good point. They're the non-commies don't IRL stream. That's how they'd know right away.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, this guy's filming us. This guy wants transparency. Something's wrong
Something
here.
doesn't work. Something's not adding up here.
Oh, God.
Well, not to be outdone. The same thing's going on in Pittsburgh.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Janelle and Mike, a lot of people affected by this happening at the peak of rush hour, beginning around 4 o'clock here right behind me.
I wonder what this fella's background is.
Jewish. He looks Jewish.
He just kind of killed it.
Oh, sorry. I want you to read. Protest brings ambulance and other rush hour traffic to a halt in downtown Pittsburgh.
Great.
County building and snaking its way through downtown Pittsburgh. Like you said, an ambulance at one point caught up in the commotion. Protest.
Okay. Someone's trying to drive their pickup truck, get to work. Okay. Look at what they're doing.
Officers surrounding this truck on Grant Street, effectively trapping the driver, who then accelerates multiple times. Both doors
It's
flinging
exactly
open.
what you said.
One protester punching the hood. Police detaining that driver before questioning and releasing him.
Oh, good. Well, that's fine. They released him.
Still shouldn't even detain.
No, I agree.
This is now the fourth vehicle that has plowed into us.
Protest leader.
This is now the fourth vehicle.
No, right? But here's the thing, right? One of the two things you just described belongs in the road.
Protesters.
No, the truck.
Oh, sorry.
The other
I
one.
got confused.
It's okay.
Look at this. Look at this winner here.
Leader Nikki Jo Dawson explaining her thoughts at that moment.
I was thinking most.
Look at her earrings, Mike.
Look,
They're black power fist. Her earrings are black power fist.
this is just fashion to you people.
Yeah, no, it is. It's cool. It's like an Urban Outfitters.
Urban outfitters.
Thoughts at that moment.
I was thinking mostly
Section 8 Outfitters.
try to protect people.
Listen, great value, Erica Badu. I'm not in the mood for your horse shit. Now get out of the road.
More like Erica, but don't.
Try to protect people as best I can.
Many
Okay, well, honey, sweetie pie, my little Hershey kiss.
Baby girl.
Let me tell you.
Hey, boo. Hey, boo.
Yeah. Hey, extra from Luke Cage. Let me tell you. Let me tell you how you protect people the best way you can. Get the fuck out of the road!
Don't tell Nikki Jo Dawson what to do, you fascist.
Thank God you said Nikki. I just heard the first part of that, and I was like, oh, boy.
Look,
As
I
best
would
I can.
never on this show.
Oh, on the show, I was going to say, because when the mics are off. Anyway.
Many drivers visibly angered with their cars blocked during the height of rush hour.
Why? Why were they mad? They're making a difference. Why would the drivers be angry?
No, this is great. You keep alienating people. This is fun. Keep doing that, guys.
All these guys want to do in Pittsburgh is get the Permani brothers, eat their sandwich with fries on it.
Exactly.
They can't do that.
All those other terrible things that Pittsburgh does.
Dying steel industry.
Like, Pittsburgh is like if you took Philadelphia but put it in, like, Eastern Europe.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
like a former Soviet. If a former Soviet country started trying to emulate Philadelphia, you'd end up with another Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's the bad side of Russia.
Hey, look, we have the cheese steak sandwich with French fries on it. Nobody eats that.
No,
weirdo.
What are you doing? I want my fries next to the sandwich.
Yes,
like
please.
a human. Thank you. Oh, this guy ain't fucking around. This
is Pittsburgh, dude. These
No,
people are not fucking playing around.
because they live in Pittsburgh.
Minutes later, an ambulance driving down the Boulevard of the Allies after protesters shut down the intersection. Police wearing helmets and holding batons making a formation to escort the ambulance through.
Black power, let the person die. In the ambulance. No? No? Oh, I see. They're Howard Stern fans. Okay, that makes sense.
Through the protesters.
Oh, these cops ain't fucking around, though.
A police spokesman telling Pittsburgh's Action News 4 the ambulance was headed to Mercy Hospital, though he wasn't able to say whether a patient was inside.
If somebody was in it, if it was heading to Mercy Hospital, would that concern you? Or?
No.
That police.
What a piece of shit. Are you guys trying to alienate people?
Would it concern you if there was somebody in the ambulance? No. Do you know that this is how you want more Trump voters? This is how you get more Trump voters.
Whether a patient was inside.
If somebody was in it, if it was heading to Mercy Hospital, would that concern you? Or?
No.
That police spokesman saying no arrests were made tonight as protesters shut down multiple intersections downtown.
His voice, Antoine Rose Jr., his voice won't be heard ever again, but it will be heard through every last one of these people you see out here, including me.
Oh, by the way, I meant to say at the beginning, this is because of a shoot. This is because they shot an unarmed black man, I believe.
No, he wasn't unarmed.
No, that was the Chicago one you're thinking of.
Oh, there was another one.
There's a lot. The Chicago one definitely had a gun. No, actually, the cop that shot him was arrested and is in jail right now. So, and this one in Pittsburgh. So,
People posting lots of questions
oh yeah, Boy Berman.
after this
Bo?
on social media.
Sorry, Bo.
Bo Berman.
Some asking why police allow these protests to happen in the
Looks
middle
like
of
Ari
the street.
Schaefer.
Others questioning why police put on that tactical gear like the helmets. The mayor's office tonight saying, quote, police responded promptly and appropriately and with every move balanced protesters' rights with the safety of residents and city personnel.
How about this? How about this?
Police
How about this? Just worry about the safety of the residents.
Yeah.
Fuck their rights. They're blocking the road. They don't have any rights. Crack fucking heads.
Personnel. Now, a police spokesperson told me tonight that investigators will review all evidence, including video of the incident with that truck, and will determine if any charges will be filed against protesters or the driver.
Communist or drivers.
Reporting live tonight downtown, Bo Berman, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.
This is I don't know, man. This has got to stop. They don't care if you die in an ambulance. Does that tell you enough?
Hey, you fucking idiots! Just because you don't have a job, other people have. Again, all you're doing is pissing off people that are. We talked about it yesterday, but normies. That's who you're pissing off. You're not going after the man. You're not going after the fascist. You're going after fucking Phil, who has a plumbing job and just trying to get to work. You're going after the person, the fucking ambulance driver who's trying to get to a hospital and do his job. That's who you're affecting. You think that this is going to stop black people from getting shot? Do you think that if something happens and a cop, before he pulls his gun out, is going to go, wait a second, they might protest. Better put my gun away. That's not what's going to happen. And by the way,
and honestly, if you want black people to stop getting shot, then outlaw other black people.
Statistically speaking, that is 100% true. FBI crime statistics.
The only one who can defeat the blacks are the blacks.
It's like a Highlander situation.
Yeah, or like when Hulk Hogan, when they were like, the only one who can defeat Hogan is himself.
So let's go over to Sweden. What do you say? I know you'd rather not, but we have to go over there because
can we try to not get raped?
No promises, and this is not going to make it any better. Swedish dentist fired for revealing that 80% of child migrants are actually adults. A Swedish dentist has been fired and fined after revealing that 80% of child migrants referred to him turned out to be adults. In a shocking discovery, Mr. Brent Herzlitz, a dental hygienist from Gotland in Sweden, found that in 2016, 80% of the children he was inspecting were in fact grown adults, determining the fact from fully grown wisdom teeth, which you get in your 20s.
Yeah. So
Herzlitz shared the information with an immigration officer who told him to file a report detailing his findings. However, as a result, Mr. Holtwitz exposing these lies, his employer decided to fire him and fine him under the dubious accusation of breaking confidentiality. Mr. Herlitz then decided to sue his employer and won, but the region of Gotland appealed to the higher courts in Stockholm, hired one of the best lawyers in Sweden, and was successful in crushing him. As he puts it, Mr. Herlitz lost the case and was fined roughly $50,000. Mr. Herlitz stands by his decision, especially considering the epidemic of migrants who cross into Europe and lie about their age, posing as minors. Many migrants have received lenient punishments for crimes due to lying about their age, while others have received more benefits as a result. That's correct.
Just give these people asylum. Anybody who does shit like just give them asylum. We'll take them.
So this dentist doing his job sees that, hey, these aren't kids that are coming here. They have wisdom teeth because they lie. I mean, how many times have you seen 30-year-olds, 16-year-olds show up over there, Somalis? And again, they come with no proof because they come from a poor country. They don't have any IDs or birth certificates. And if you question them, you're racist. Yeah. So, of course, he gets fired and he gets fined $50,000 for pointing it out, because we have to be sympathetic. Even if it costs the dentist his job, even if it costs women getting raped, even if it happens, and I looked it up now, there's on average one acid attack a week now in England. One acid attack a week.
It's not a very big country either.
No, it's not. Again, if you're wondering why these countries like Italy and stuff are taking these hard right leaders now, and Merkel is sitting there and giving in to closing the borders and stuff, is because in a short amount of time. And by the way, this is what always astonishes me. We talk about it, is how quickly they ruined Europe. It was one of the fastest, because some things, look, some countries get ruined over time and over 20 years. But this is an, what would you say, 5 to 8 year period? 5-year period. They have ruined.
It started in about 2013.
They have ruined their fucking country because you think that you're having a big heart, man. You gotta let them in.
Let's be fair. They've ruined a continent.
You're right. They've ruined a
continent. To say they've ruined a country is
understating it.
Yeah, by a lot. They've killed an entire continent, and they're trying to kill ours too.
And again, can you imagine? And I always say this because a lot of people go, "Oh, you look at all the dumb things Trump does." Can you imagine if we had Hillary? And I mean this seriously. She would have allowed every migrant in here. Every migrant would have been allowed. We would have taken it a whole bunch, and Dearborn, Michigan would be even worse off than it is now. It would have been destroyed. It would have been destroyed because, again, just like we bring it up on this show all the time, they don't want to come here and then integrate and be part of it. They want to come here and turn the place that they live into the same shithole that they came from.
Yeah, it's going to end up being a hellhole full of fucking mosques and taco stands.
And female circumcisions. The doctor in Michigan that got arrested for circumcising babies because it's part of their tradition, man, and they're supposed to do it. The whole term of it being a melting pot, because people always say that it should be a melting pot. The whole point of a melting pot is that you come together and you melt and you integrate, with the rest of society. You don't come here and say that you should let Mexicans in here, but fucking they're flying Mexican flags. And Mexico's so fucking great.
Yeah, but melting pots are it's a fucking myth anyway.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess you're right.
I mean, let's look at New York City during the turn of the century. It was a melting pot, was it? Then why did you have Irish neighborhoods and Italian neighborhoods and Polish neighborhoods and Greek neighborhoods? Because people don't like to mingle. They just don't. Look, I know you guys think they do, but if you we talked about this last night when I was talking to Dave Martell, and I'm going to just be blatant about this, so fucking whatever, call me a Nazi.
You're a Nazi.
If we were to remove Marxist Jewish tricks from our society, all the programming that Hollywood does, the music industry does, the magazine, the tabloid industry, reality, all this bullshit, if you removed all of that programming, people would naturally begin to go back to hanging around their own. Like we were talking about that last night. All these idiots are like, how do you build an ethno-state? If you remove all the little tricks that are being programmed into your brain, the ethno-states build themselves. That's just the bottom line.
You're right.
Go to any fucking prison, go to any high school right now, and go to the lunchroom and tell me how the kids are sitting. Ethno-states build themselves when you don't have Google, when you don't have reality TV and rap music and all this shit telling you how fucking sexy and virile black guys are and all this other shit. There's so much programming that if we weren't subject to it, people would just naturally, it would be like removing cancer in your body healing itself.
Well, it's funny you bring that up because you read that all the time in the magazines, not magazines, but websites that used to be magazines and all, where or blog posts or Medium, where it's like, why don't black men date more black women, and why aren't white guys dating more Asian? They want to muddy the waters. They want, and man, fucking, I give it to South Park. They want the goobacks from South Park.
They want people that have no identity, no history, no culture, nothing to remember.
Because they're more easily malleable. Yeah. They're more easily controlled. And this isn't InfoWars crazy, I got the documents. But that's what it is. The end result is to take away any pride from your, well, that's not true because you could have black pride's okay and Mexican pride's okay.
Yeah, but they're going to take all that. That's all. See, the thing is, right, they're using the most easily manipulated people. Sorry, guys, but you are, okay? The browns and the gays and the leftists and they're just easily manipulated people. You think that you're allowed to have all that pride, but once we're all fucking tranny brown people with no genitals, you don't get your pride. See, you think you get to keep your pride, but you won't. You don't get your thing either. We all become just this muddy shit people. That's it. It's what happens. So they're letting you have your pride, but not letting us have our pride, because when we have our pride, we tend to be more immune to these, again, fucking Marxist Jewish tricks. You guys are very susceptible to them. I'm sorry, but the black community loves being foot soldiers for those people.
But what
They
if
love
you,
it.
What if you want to sit on a couch and snort ketamine?
I would say at least of 10 years of age.
Oh, so okay.
Before you start experimenting with ketamine, and do it in the presence of an adult who has a lot of experience doing ketamine and dressing like a woman.
You know what, Mike? At least you have standards.
Yes, you gotta have standards in life.
Look, they're not trying to do anything. They're not trying to condition people. From broadly, straight people don't exist, new research says. It's from Vice. Thanks, Gavin. Let's thank Gavin for this.
Thanks, Gavin.
Thank you, Gavin.
Thanks, Butt Plug McGinnis.
Appreciate it, Gavin.
Appreciate it.
This is your fault. I wonder if the guy who wrote this has a vice ring. Oh, it's a woman who wrote it. I wonder if she has a vice ring. She has a vice clit ring, I believe. Straight people don't exist, new researcher says. A recent study shows that human sexuality is fluid, and women are hornier than you think. A recent study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Sociology undermines long-held belief about heteronormative sexual orientation. The study looks at gender expression in women and measures their psychological response viewing a variety of pornographic material. It found that regardless of how women self-report their sexuality, their bodies respond positively to both hetero and homosexual sex, meaning women's sexuality is complex and not within the bounds of strict hetero or homosexuality.
So once again, this is why women should not be in charge of shaping culture.
Rich C. Savin Williams is a director of developmental psychology and director of sex and gender lab in the Department of Human Development at Cornell. The study occurred in his lab. Wait a second. Hold on a second. The study occurred in his lab. So this dude in his lab, at this fucking gender lab, he was having broads look at porn.
Where's this gender lab on the fucking island of Dr. Moreau?
That's my point.
Bunch of fucking degenerates.
But this guy set up a lab where his job was to watch women look at porn. That's what this is.
Look, it's a hypothesis. Get off my ass.
Come
all right?
on.
Science. God damn it.
The study occurred in his lab, and he tells me is part of a much larger research project he and his fellow researchers are doing to uncover true human sexuality through psychological cues. We're trying to get at the way people really are. It's basically a study that assesses sexual orientation by looking at the eyes and whether they dilate or not. You can't control your eye dilation. Yeah, you can. Many drugs I know that do.
Trust me.
Trust me.
Want them open or shut? Let me know. I'll go get you something right now.
Essentially,
which one you want?
Essentially, that's the whole project.
Bro, I used to do drugs so bad I'd look like an anime character.
You look like Mr. Burns.
Ha ha!
I bring you love.
The fucking Pokemon cartoon. Ha ha ha! Pikachu! Ha ha!
With a big tear right under your eye. A project attempt to get another way of assessing sexuality without relying on self-report. Another way, of course, is genital arousal, but that gets a little invasive. Following popular,
So what I do is I put the porno on and I stick my fingers in these broads and then I just wait.
You should see my dry cleaning bill. Get all these protein stains out of my Dockers. Following popular logic,
Shouldn't you be wearing gloves? Yeah, what for?
Got gloves. Gloves are what? I don't want to. I heard you had a latex allergy. Following popular logic, sexuality is thought of as straight or gay. Bisexuality has only recently begun to be taken seriously. The idea of
still not taken seriously. You just don't have any impulse control. That's all it is.
The idea of separate, static, and neatly defined sexual orientation is woven into the fabric of American society and is part of our cultural conception of gender itself. Real men are masculine and attracted to women. The result of Savin Williams' study challenges deeply held cultural beliefs about sexuality, but he's not surprised to find that sexuality is more complex than gay and straight. I'm certainly not surprised, he says. We're trying to get at the way people really are. Sometimes it seems people are one way, but believe that they have to report themselves another way, and that's not good.
How much money is being spent on for your scientific hypothesis that sometimes people don't think it be the way it is, but it do?
By the
That's
way.
basically your hypothesis.
Forget how much money.
You just want to watch girls flick their beans to fucking pornos.
Forget how much money in this Cornell University. How much state and federal funding do you think is being spent on this? Because they don't say here, and I guarantee you, because every time you look at these colleges and these studies, a lot of these places get federal funding to do these fucking experiments. It's basically a study that assesses, following the popular logic, sexuality is thought of as straight or gay. Men have gotten so much cultural crap, but on them that even if a man does have some sexual attraction to guys, they would never say it. What year are you living in? What year are you living in?
1957.
Because what the fuck? I wish. What the fuck are you talking about?
1939.
This isn't back in the fucking day of Harvey Milk. Fucking that communist motherfucker who was sitting there and hiding, and you couldn't say you were gay. Now, if you're gay, not only do you say you're gay, but you go out on a float, raid a fucking rainbow thong, and swinging around kids.
Yeah,
Don't fucking pretend like gay people are hiding anymore, you fucking liars.
Yeah, you guys are trying to create the conditions where people are now trying to hide how straight they are. So
That's
shit.
exactly. Now when you know what, you're right, because now if you criticize anything that has to do with LGBT, most people have to start out with, look, man, I'm all for gay people doing what they want, and then you have to give your opinion.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about legitimately denying that you're even straight. Like, it's looked at now as this vanilla, boring thing. It's just bizarre. Like people now have to. There's people that are now, I guarantee you, exaggerating their sexuality just to fit in.
You know what's vanilla and boring now? Because since we've gone fucking full circle, not full circle, 180. You know
sucking dicks and having AIDS.
But that's my everybody
having
now
half a shaved head and fucking leopard print tattoos,
septum piercings,
you're so
and
fucking
57
unique.
earrings,
Slay queen,
and 500 tattoos, and fucking sticking fists in your assholes. Like that's now.
Come on, like let's not knock everything.
Look, that's where I draw the line. Okay.
Yeah, look, some people like a fist in their ass, Royce. We're not saying you're trying. We're not going to throw shade at everybody today.
You're right. I do apologize. I apologize for people for all those straight alpha males that like fists in their ass. Okay, we're going to go to break. If you want to help us out, revengeofthesis.com/donate, patreon.com/we're not sorry. Become a patron. That's how you really help us out. Want to help us get to DC to cover the fucking craziness that's going to go on during the Moore rally? It's not going to be that crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't really oversell the
Okay,
craziness.
fine. Let me restate that. Want us to get us to DC to cover all the stupid boomers at the Moore rally? Better? Man, I hope there's another Juggalo thing here. That would be dope. Go to
No, we should have went to the gathering, frankly.
Go to
doper.
Go to streamlabs.com/Revenge of the Sis. Help us get to DC. We do appreciate it. We're going to go to break. We will be back in 5 minutes. Talk amongst yourselves.
And he's got to make room for the 86 models that are arriving sooner than expected. So right now you can get the deal of the year, or maybe any other year, on sporty Cordia hatchbacks, roomy Tradia sedans, hot Starion turbo sports cars, and tough Mighty Max trucks.
In a world where our very way of life seems to be under attack from all sides, and our freedoms are slowly being ripped away, Guns for Tards is fighting the good fight to help protect America from its enemies by advocating Second Amendment rights for our nation's most vulnerable and often overlooked citizens, the mentally challenged. Our founding fathers believed that a well-armed, trained, and educated citizenry was the key to a free and prosperous society. But Meatloaf also said, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. We believe that Tards are our second-to-last line of defense against ISIS, and we at Guns for Tards aim to provide the means and the programs to give proper training and resources to Tards in your area, helping to make the country a safer place. There are over 40 million mentally challenged Americans living today, and by 2020, we plan to arm at least 10% of them. We want to get as many guns in the hands of as many Tards as we can, but we won't be able to do it without your help. So please, pledge your help today. Arm a Tard. It's not that hard. Go to www.gunsfortards.com for more information, or follow us on Facebook or Twitter by searching for Guns for Tards.
Gunsfortards.com. Gunsfortards.com. protect your town. Gunsfortards.com.
Lucky announces longer store hours. They're getting up earlier and staying up later.
Orlando, Florida, a city known for its theme parks and resorts. But peace is threatened as a wave of crime has turned this once beautiful vacation destination into a haven for gangs, thugs, and terrorists.
I need backup. Halt nightclub. Shots fired. Shots fired.
When an LGBT hotspot is shot up and dozens are killed, two detectives may be this city's only hope to unravel a conspiracy of corruption that goes all the way to the nation's most powerful elite.
This is Grizzly.
Hey, Lopez. Look, it's called Pulse Nightclub. Hey, I bet
Don't. Seriously, dude, just don't. Not now.
When the city finds itself gripped with fear and under attack, Mersh and Lopez keep a cool head as they attempt to unravel the mystery.
I believe these men were targeted simply because they were homosexual. This is a hate crime.
Gross.
It is gross, partner. Targeting people out of hate like that?
No, I meant the gay stuff. It's pretty gross.
These two no-nonsense cops are about to find themselves dragged into a world of political intrigue and international terrorism, and they may be the only hope to save the world.
I got a morgue full of dead bodies with neon mesh tank tops, a dead suspect, and no motive. The mayor is on my ass!
There's more to this case than we're seeing, LT. I think it's terrorism.
I agree with Lopez, Chief. It's definitely terrorism. We're dealing with a bigger fish here.
As they uncover clues with their incomparable police cop work, Mersh and Lopez get closer to the real masterminds.
Seems like Mateen's phone had some kind of encryption software. It bricked itself.
Damn. So we're screwed, huh?
Well, I managed to get one file off the phone. GPS coordinates that lead to Washington, D.C.
Comet Ping Pong Pizza. Never heard of it.
Feel like grabbing a slice, partner?
Yeah, a slice
of justice, of justice. Yeah, I know. You say it every time.
Yeah, it's kind of my thing.
Yeah, cool. Can leaving now be our thing? Because it's a long drive to D.C.
Coming up next week, Orlando's best detectives are still trying to get to the truth behind the deadliest attack in their city's history. Mersh and Lopez follow a lead that takes them all the way to the nation's capital. But will their case be derailed as they discover a child sex trafficking ring inside of a pizza place? Find out next week on an all-new Revenge of the Sis. Mondays at 4, followed by an all-new Nazi lawyer. Only on USA Network. USA, what are you gonna do? Watch TBS?
And now a woman who knows about shaming firsthand, supermodel Gigi Hadid.
All right, everyone enjoying themselves? How's that filet mignon?
Go ahead.
You know, we're all here for a really important reason. Because everyone
Randy,
should have
Randy,
a safe
we've got a
space
problem.
wherever
What?
they go.
Reality's here.
But of course,
He's trying to
that
crash
takes
the
a
party.
lot of effort,
Reality?
a lot of resources.
Who let him in?
Our
Shit!
hope is that with your donations to Happy,
Nice wine, huh?
shame
What do you think of that?
worldwide.
You know what I think of your pretty flowers? There you go. How do you like that?
All right, buddy, let's go.
I shit on all of you.
Seagal?
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Give me that, you stupid bitch. What a lovely charity event. I suppose you're all feeling pretty good about yourselves, hmm? What have you done? You've raised $300 by spending $500,000 on filet mignon and crystal glasses. Look at you, Vin dipshit. You say fat shaming is wrong, so in response you show off your abs. You're the one fat shaming, idiot! What's the matter with you people? You're sad that people are mean? Well, I'm sorry. The world isn't one big liberal arts college campus. We eat too much. We take our spoiled life for granted. Feel a little bad about it sometimes. No. You want to put all your shit up on the internet and have every single person say, hooray for you. Fuck you. You're all pricks.
Second hour. Revenge of the Sis on your hump day. I just got it. Because people have sex today. RevengeOfTheSis.com/donate. That's how you help us out. Go to the website. Also, Mike has a story up. You're going to want to read it.
I had a random thought as we were coming back from break.
Sure.
As I look at some of these people I'm friends with on my alt account, my real shit posting hard alt-right account, how many of these girls aren't real? Like, you fucking spurgs, man. Oh, I couldn't imagine. Like, some of these girls, I look at them and I'm like, I would love to see this girl's inbox and know how much this Fed has extracted from you fucking retards.
You know, it's funny you said that because, and tell me if this is weird, because you guys even know going to what's going on my Facebook. They took away my main account. I only have my backup one. And even yesterday, I must be IP banned because yesterday I tried to make another one and immediately, the moment I hit enter, immediately says, hey, your account's been disabled. So I'm going through all that. But when I went back to my alt account that's not my main account and I was using it and all that stuff, I got some friend requests, that moved over, and then I got this girl out of nowhere, and I went through her Facebook thing, and it looked real. Everything looked real, but it says, "Hey, how are you?" And I was like, "Cause I'm very good at catching bots, right?" But I went through her account. Oh, she had pictures of her kids and all this stuff, and I'm like, "Okay, well, she's real. Looks real to me." And she goes, "Where are you from?" I go, "Hey," and obviously, I think it's maybe someone that listens or whatever, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm Florida," and they go, "Oh, I'm from South Carolina." I'm like, "Okay, so what do you want?" And they just wanted to talk. I'm like, no, you don't. There's something up. It's something weird. You don't want to. You know what I'm. You know when you could just go, why would a woman ever? And she was.
Here's the thing about women. All of them, every single one of them, wants something. Women don't communicate with other human beings unless they desire something and don't currently have that thing. And it could be anything. It could be money. It could be a feeling. It could be boredom in conversation, but it's because they're bored. They're demanding your time. But most of the time, and it's the same thing with these girls I'm describing, these fucking perfect 10s in these photographs that only talk to alt-right spurgs on the internet.
Right.
And I'm like, when a 10 walks into the room and is like, hey guys, how are you? Does anybody here like to party? It's like, fucking beat it. Have a realistic idea of some of these people. It's like, beat it, stupid. You don't want to talk to me for no reason.
Yeah.
You want something.
Yeah.
You don't look this good and want nothing.
That's a good point.
I get it. Some of these other girls that are, they're lovely girls, but they're, how do I put this gently? This is very obvious that they're real people. They're a bit more attainable. They're a bit more realistic.
I hear what you're saying. Uggos.
Yeah, not even uggos, but just a couple of tats and a stretch mark here and there. They're real.
Gotcha. Real women have stretch marks.
But there are some of these girls that are outrageously gorgeous. And they're always like, yeah, 1488, right? Am I right, boys? And I'm like, how many fucking secrets do you have that you're feeding the NSA? Guys, stop being retarded. If she's really, really pretty and talking to you, she's probably up to some shit. She's probably a thought. And it probably ain't even a real picture.
Yeah. Or an Indian guy. Could always be an Indian guy.
And if you're going to be a Fed bot like Jennifer Kiddo. She's one of the best in the business. Still has me convinced she might be a real person.
She might be real, right?
Nah, she's a Fed.
You think so?
You're a goddamn Fed, Jennifer. No, sorry.
She doesn't. She goes. Now she gets over there. They don't fucking play around too. They arrest you for breathing.
Yeah, I know. If you actually noticed too, the funny thing about her was she was in America recently visiting, and if you look if you look at her profile, like the last 48 hours she was in America was some of the most anti-Semitic shit posting you've ever seen in your life. Like, she got it all out of her system.
Well, yeah, because she was in America at the time, so it's legal.
It was perfect. It was like bing, bang, boom, the merchant pictures, all just got them all happy merchant, bop, 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 and then like boarded the plane and was like, shut the phone off. Like I noticed the theme and I was like, you're getting a little bit of freedom posting out of your system.
It's kind of like how much you drink at an open bar at a wedding than before it starts becoming a paid bar.
Or the reverse, when you would go to Europe back in the day and smoke pot.
Oh, that's right. They wouldn't care. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like now we can smoke pot, but like back then. So over here, you're like, oh, these goddamn Jews. Oh, that felt so good. I can't do that back home. I'll go to jail.
Oof.
Oh, that feel. America feels nice. Let's go to Chick-fil-A.
How great!
Let's go smoke Marlbos and go to Chick-fil-A and shoot a gun.
We can't.
I know this place does rule, huh?
We can't. It's Sunday. Chick-fil-A's closed. Why is it the only time you want Chick-fil-A is on a Sunday too? It's just it makes me sad.
Fuck you, Europe. We have bourbon, we have guns, and we can say whatever the fuck we want. We can still criticize the city folk, at least today.
Yeah, the president that everybody's calling a dictator is probably being criticized more than any president ever. Because
He's getting it worse than any president I ever remember.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, probably ever.
Yeah, there's no way. This is the most I've never seen. And do you guys think we gave him this presidency because we don't like you? So all of you building an even bigger coalition and reminding us constantly how much you don't like him, it's not hurting him.
Oh yeah, I've grown to despise. I'm not because look, here's the truth.
And his approval ratings just quietly, it's not shooting up, but it's just
it is higher than Obama's was at this time in his presidency.
But it's just slowly going. And they're like, "Can we get this to go back down? Hey, maybe we yell about him. Let's call his supporters Nazis some more."
NBC was saying something. MSNBC was saying something about that, where they were saying that it's Trump's only doing this good because, what I call the 401k Trump supporters, because, if there's a recession, though, it's just going to go down again. I was watching this whole segment on MSNBC, and I'm like, yeah, because he's doing what he said he was going to do, and now people have more money. I've never seen, because forget Bill Maher, but I've never seen so many leftists fucking pray that the economy collapses just so he'll lose. And I'm going to tell you this, and I mean this sincerely, and I think you do too. Look, as much as I disliked Obama, and I disliked Obama, especially second term more than first, but I disliked Obama. I never, ever rooted for people to lose their jobs.
The country to fail? No.
For the country to fail. I was still happy when the unemployment numbers went up a little bit under Obama. I was happy. And I mean that sincerely. I never rooted for him so I could go, see, I told he was a piece of shit. There was many times on our other shows where we actually had to give props to Obama when he did something because, you try to be, listen, of course, we're going to lean more to the fucking right, but you try to be fucking fair, Like, towards the end of his presidency when Obama went to that college and he said, listen, you guys have to allow thoughts from other people. Whether you hate him or don't, you agree with that and go, yeah, you know what? He's right. You do have to allow that stuff. And I think what's happening is like you said, this outrage, this is, by the way, now Trump is using Trump derangement syndrome, so it's gone mainstream. I just want to tell everybody he just did today.
The mainstream or it's jumped the shark. I jumped the shark a few weeks ago.
But he brings it back. That man, whenever he says something.
Yeah, but once you have guys...
you're right, because now the boomers are going to use it.
But they already are. Once you have like QAnon, Sobiek followers all adding it to every tweet. Oh, Trump derangement syndrome. Every other tweet. You guys kill... You boomers kill everything. You killed the Tea Party. You killing fucking Twitter. You're ruining fucking Reddit. You're ruining everything. Just fucking die already.
Don't forget the country.
You got to enjoy an entire lifetime of peace because of your parents. You got to leverage the future of this country away financially, socially, culturally, and you get to live with the highest expected living rates and quality of life in the history of the world.
That is true.
And quality of life's going to go back down now. You fucking pieces of shit. I hate boomers.
And also remember the other thing, the other worst thing to come from boomers is their offspring. Millennials, the reason that we have the problem of these, we're not using protest anymore, these communists on the street and these, kids is because the boomers made them. They're the generation. Remember, the boomers are the ones who started giving every kid a trophy.
Yeah, but keep in mind, too, millennials, I almost don't blame them. They should be a little angry because, again, the boomers ruined this planet, handed us a house on fire, and was like, there you go, there's your future. So, yeah, the millennials
I will
should
say
be a
what you
little
did. They did
fucking
hand us a house on fire, but then the millennials came and they let the house burn down and let a bunch of inner city youths live on it and bring down the property value of the neighborhood.
Yeah, but again, let's be honest. The boomers gave us the inner city youths. The boomers gave us the fucking...
Hold on, let's ask the chat.
broken windows, the piss on the streets. This was boomers.
Let's ask the chat. Who's worse, boomers or millennials? Press 1 for boomers, press 2 for millennials. Let's see. Let's do a straw poll thing here. Let democracy work. Let's see who's worse. Okay.
You're going to ask a chat room
Hold
full
on,
of millennials
you
who's
said
worse.
1. I'm going to say 2 because I get a vote 2.
You're asking a room full of
Hold
fucking
on.
millennials who's
One.
worse, boomers or millennials?
1, 2. We got a 2 in there. 1, 2. Both. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 0, 0. Okay, that's a Disturbed song. 2, 2, 1, 2. A bunch of 2s, a 1. We're about 50-50 here, Mikey boy.
Anybody voting 2 is a fucking retard and probably a boomer.
Anybody voting 2 is part of the Cubanon. You're part of the Royce team. And you know what? We welcome everybody here.
I'm taking wrenches away on Nightwave tonight. I'm looking. I'm keeping track.
That's okay.
People are going to lose wrenches.
My grandfather owned an AC company, so whatever wrench he takes away, send me a message. I'll send you an actual wrench in the mail.
Everyone loses a wrench except Ghost House tonight.
I'm sending wrenches to everybody.
I almost took Ghost House wrench away. He was being really mean last night to Dave Martell.
Oh, I was reading that. It wasn't kind.
But he does. I was trying to explain to Dave Martell. I'm like, ignore him because every time we have a guest, Ghost House thing in life. Remember when we had Loomer on? He was horrendous. It's just what he does. It's like whoever he is, like the heel. He's a shit heel who shows up and goes, "Who's the guest today?" Okay, hang on. I got to go to Wikipedia. I'll be back. They just sit there and go, "Oh, fuck you."
All right. Well, look, by the way, of course, I like some boomers. And of course, I like some millennials. But I'm just, obviously, we're painting with a wide brush here. And we're just, you know.
He goes, I am blue collar. I install floors. And Ghost House is like, you pull the flat pieces out of the box and lay them out.
Jesus Christ.
But it's like he does, no matter, you could say that you were a rocket scientist. And he would go, "No, fuck you. You just design the outer casing, you fuck. You just make a fucking cylinder in aluminum, you asshole. The fucking guys who design the thrusters are the real fucking here. Doesn't matter who you are, he'll get you to where you go. No, you know what? Fuck you. I am a scientist." Like, I guarantee you, Ghost House could get fucking Neil deGrasse Tyson to lose his temper. You're not even a real scientist. Theoretical physics. Fucking theoretical, you asshole. You ever proven anything, you fucking jerk off? Oh, shit.
By the way, question. Technically, you and I are millennials, right? I believe.
We're millennials.
We're millennials. We're on the border.
83, it's 83 to on is millennials.
Oh, we're millennials. Okay, well, we're millennials. But again.
Barely, though.
Weren't we called, remember we were called Generation X for a while?
Yeah, but Gen X is...
Every time I think Gen X, I think Limp Bizkit. Like
Gen X is still part of the baby boom, though.
Is it? Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Oh, I don't know. Because you're saying baby boomers were Limp Bizkit fans?
Baby boomers were like 20 in the 90s. Yeah, they're fucking boomers.
Hold on. Generation X. Okay, here we go. Generation X is a demographic cohort following baby boomers, but preceding millennials. There are no precise dates for Generation X starts or end. Demographics and researchers typically use birth years ranging early to mid-60s to early 80s. Members of Generation X...
I just go with anybody who is into grunge.
Right. Oh, well, okay. In the 1990s, they were sometimes characterized as slackers, cynical, disaffected. Some cultural influences include Gen X youth were the musical genres of heavy metal, grunge, and hip-hop music, and indie films.
Yeah, they were boomer spawn.
In midlife, research describes...
we're actually, like, millennials, the late-end millennials are technically Gen X's kids.
I don't know. I thought Gen X was a fucking comic book. Like, when you ran out of X-Men 1 street, like, fine, I'll read Gen X. There's no
yeah, I
X-Men
don't know. We'll
out
get a
this
bunch of
week.
high school kids. One of them could, like, shoot fire out of his dick
Yeah, you
hole or
could- well,
something.
they-
I don't know. We'll figure something out. Just we'll fill in the blanks later. We got laser dick hole guy. And we got the, I don't know, we'll give some girl, like... adamantium fingernails,
Perfect,
right? Yeah, and then what else you got?
You know what? Before these comic movies got all cool and they actually took time to write
90s
plots,
were a dark time.
That's what I was, dude. If you were a kid, like you were, forget even the comic books, but if you even saw the X-Men cartoons and stuff like that, you were like, wow, that's every pitch meeting you said there, which is like, I don't know, whatever. He could shoot buzzsaws.
It
There
doesn't
you go.
matter at the end, right? As long as they work together for a common goal and then they fight the bad guy. Whatever, man. Give
There
him
was a guy
superpowers.
named Captain Boomerang.
Why don't we make one guy? He's just really slippery. You know, and then
We'll
it's
call
like-
him the Jew.
You know, and then everybody goes, "Oh, I can't get this guy. He's so goddamn slippery."
Oy vey, he keeps getting away. That's his tagline.
I love the terrible fucking Marvel 1992 pitch room. I don't know, man. What if a guy like, hey, you know those toads that when you lick them, you fucking trip balls? What if a guy was like a toad that made you trip balls? Yeah, I don't know. Put in the note. I mean, even if we don't use it, whatever, right? We've got to write 100 issues.
All right,
of this
here's what I
bullshit.
have. There's so many bird-themed ones. I'm thinking Hummingbird Man. We could just flap his arms really fast and make wind blow at you. What do you think?
And then after 3 months of working on it, you're like, you know what? Let's just scrap it. You know what? The X-Men are back to life. Time travel. Boom. We'll just do another issue of that because I can't.
That's meant nothing in the comic books. It didn't matter. You can't, because now everyone's like,
You wonder why all these
Yeah.
school shootings happened. It's because we grew up thinking death was just completely
You're right.
inconsequential.
Yeah.
We just thought that I could go to high school, shoot everybody, and then they would
you
time
throw
travel back.
or you throw them in the Lazarus pit. Boom, boom, they're back. You're right.
And if those kids didn't deserve to die, then Cable would come back and stop me. I know how this
wait a
stuff
minute,
works.
come on.
But yeah, the 90s were a weird.
was
And then they would
bad.
always just go. Remember when Superman died and it was like.
And then he came back with the long hair.
Immediately.
The long hair Superman was my favorite.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Like it was a couple of months and they're like, well, new Superman edition. You're like, didn't this nigga die?
Yeah.
Like I remember being a kid and going like, no, it was a really big fucking deal. They killed him, right? And they made sure Superman, he's fucking dead, guys. And then 6 months later,
They
hey,
had Batman like crying in one of the issues at the funeral. Remember?
that?
He
Oh my
was
God, that's
looking
right.
like my best friend,
like grizzled Batman,
Yeah.
and he was like older, but he's
Yeah.
like Ben Affleck
My
Batman.
best friend.
And it was like a single tear.
And
like
then
a
he's
bird.
back and with long hair. He's back in Pog form. Peter Parker. Remember when they killed Peter Parker? It was the Clone Saga. That whole thing where he was a clone the whole time.
What about Wolverine, nigga? They killed him like 11 times.
Hulk ripped him in half.
They killed him like 100, and he became the fucking Kenny from South Park of comic books.
Oh my God! You killed Wolverine, you bastard.
Yeah, he'll be back. Don't worry. He's super healing or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, sure. We're gonna kill the main character that sells the most comic books.
Did you remember they had to just remember all the terrible comic books they'd throw Wolverine in for 2 frames?
Yeah.
Just throw Wolverine in there; it'll help sell. Because goddamn, he's awesome. Everybody else is terrible.
And now Wolverine's played by a fucking Tony's winner.
Oh, no, me and Royce were talking yesterday about how, like, when they make a character, like in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they give you a superpower. It's so badass that they have to make up reasons for you never to be able to use your power.
They should
Like-
call them Captain MacGuffin.
Yeah, it's like why they gave, like, Jean Grey literally could just rule the universe with her mind, so they had to make her a mentally ill thought.
Right.
So she was like your typical hairdresser fucking 2 guys with a lot of drama and, I'm crazy, Phoenix! Otherwise... If she was just a focused, driven woman,
If she was a
would've
Melania Trump.
yeah, she would have just killed all the men mutants and been like, whatever, I'm in charge now.
Yeah, there you go. And kept Cyclops as a sex slave.
So they're like, just make her like a typical chick though, who can't keep her shit together for more than fucking 3 weeks without losing her mind. Man, that's my boyfriend, man.
Oh, Anthony Cumia is checking in. Says mutants, they're not people.
Yeah. You know what? You know what those are, Anthony? Those aren't book sales.
Thank you. It was so good. We're so good at segues. Anthony Cumia has
already a bestseller. How much you got to pay Amazon to get that little bestseller logo in there?
Oh, well, he's bestseller, Mike, in broadcasting.
He's bestseller in a subcategory of a subcategory of a subcategory. This is why when you guys see all these Amazon bestsellers, they pick a weird category and fling. By the way, I did tell Royce off the air, I'm banging out a book. It's not going to be any good.
I'm excited.
But just to fuck with Anthony Cumia, I'm banging out a book. And guess what? I'll give you 2. It'll be at least decent because you guys know I'm not funny.
Uh-huh. And you're a good writer.
And it's going to be like fucking dirt cheap. I'm going to make like 50 cents a copy off this shit. I just want to fuck with Anthony Cumia, and I'm going to put it under broadcasting and radio.
So he has a book coming out. And for those who don't know Anthony Cumia, don't worry, you're in the majority.
Isn't he a radio guy or something?
He used to be one of the co-hosts of... he was the Anthony of Opie and Anthony. And by the way, full disclosure, Mike and I actually used to like them in their heyday. They were good. They really were funny. They were different. He transitioned from that
into a drunk, racist, accused pedophile
who dates people that are
beats
transitioning. And alleged. All those things are alleged. We don't know if they're true or not because that's actionable, and I will take action.
No, you won't.
Okay, you're right. So,
could I give an update?
Yes.
On the Miramar protest?
Of course.
I'm watching a live stream right now. They haven't gotten them out of the street yet. However, they got some of them out of the street. Some of them are still sitting in the street in lawn chairs, and it's fucking pouring out.
Yes! Thank you, Florida!
And none of them have umbrellas. They didn't plan for it. They're all sitting there in the rain.
I love Florida.
It's very funny. And the cops are sitting in between the two groups of protesters in an SUV, bone dry.
With the radio on, playing like yacht rock.
Just chilling. Like pina coladas, just sipping a Starbucks.
Oh, this
getting
is
caught
with a straw.
Did they put cinnamon in this? It doesn't matter.
This is great. Want a scone?
It's really funny to watch this. It's just pouring out. And for those of you that are not familiar with Florida, guys, once it starts pouring, you have to go inside because you'll be soaked in a fucking half a second.
I'm trying to see if I can find a YouTube stream of it. It's Facebook, right? What that is?
Yeah,
of course it is. I'm going to see if I can find one because now I got to see this. Miramar protest. Miramar protest.
Here, I'm trying to pull it up for you.
Yeah. Hey, Jamie, pull that
Here,
up for
I'm
me
sending
again?
you the link. But in the meantime, Anthony Cumia. Sorry, we got off.
Sorry, yes, I apologize.
So he's writing his book, his memoirs
Mm-hmm.
of his days as a fucking rock star in the radio business. Real heavy hitter.
Yeah, so you want to read what it... By the way, you want to know how much he's selling his book for, guys?
Oof.
$27.
$27 for a book in 2018.
It's yep, it comes out in November 20th. Let's read about it.
Does this nigga think he's Jordan Peterson?
No, because his room's never clean. The uncensored and long-awaited life story of radio's most notorious shock jock, Anthony Cumia.
Wait, so it's a book about Howard Stern?
No, a guy who does Howard Stern impression.
Oh, okay.
Today, Anthony Cumia is the co-host of the wildly popular Anthony Cumia Show.
Is it?
Which live streams to over...
Say it.
100,000 paid subscribers.
All right, guys. Don't even stop reading right there. I don't give a fuck. We're going to use the entire rest of the show to do this fuzzy math. Hey, Anthony, let's say that you have 100,000 people paying you.
They're not people.
Paying you to listen to your drivel. $12.99 a month. 100,000 people. That would mean that if you have that many people willing to watch you behind a $12.99 paywall, that means your popularity for those casual fans who aren't willing to pay has to be massive, right?
Right.
100,000 people listening live every day. So please explain to me why the episode that you put up for free on your YouTube channel a month ago featuring Owen Benjamin only has 26,000 views. That doesn't add up, bud.
Now, I know what people are going to say. Well, you guys, how many do you have?
It doesn't matter how many we have. We don't lie about it. See that? Like, you can go to our Patreon right now, patreon.com/we're not sorry. And look, we're not hiding anything. Look at our website. We have a little goal things. Like, look at our metrics. Obviously, with 74 live watching and fucking 10% downvote ratio today, we're not lying to anybody. We're genuine about our numbers. We don't claim to have 100,000 people subscribe to us paying. He's lying. That's the difference. He's lying to you.
You're a goddamn liar. Sorry, the true code comes straight from factory. Let me see where I left off. Oh, yes. At 100,000 paid subscribers, however, Anthony is most well known for his legendary, nationally syndicated Opie and Anthony show.
Could we... All right.
Legendary.
Again, you kind of just sounded like Mel Gibson. Not the real Mel Gibson, but our fake Mel Gibson when you did that.
Rich, I am urban survival faggot.
Anthony, buddy, come on, buddy. When you use words irresponsibly like that, words like legendary. You know what's legendary? Hannibal's campaign as he took an entire army, including battle elephants, across the Alps.
Hannibal Buress did that?
No, the other one.
Oh! Well, I was going to say, man, then that should be even bigger than the Bill Cosby thing.
You know what's legendary? Despite Royce's dislike of socialism and the Castro family, you know what's legendary? Fidel Castro and like 60 dudes taking over an entire country.
That is true.
Whether you like them or not, that shit is legendary. You and Opie and little wormy Jimmy Norton bringing comics in and stealing Colin Quinn's fucking tough crowd formula for 10 years is not legendary. It wasn't Howard Stern's run on radio, like him or hate him, is legendary. That is a legendary run. You had a good 20 years.
Permanently suspended as an all-access pass to the controversial mayhem that ensued on and off the air.
Whoa. Wow. So you're going to tell stories about all the wild stuff behind the scenes, about how you drive drunk back to your shitty McMansion every night and just scream the N-word while walking around the house drunk, stumbling with a gun? Yeah, it sounds like good times. What are you going to tell us? All the backstage stories, hanging out with Dennis Farrell and fucking Big A? You and your own little fucking boomer rat pack? Going to the fucking Borgata, balling out?
Are you going to tell the story on how you banged the fifth mic on my radio show and then kicked your girlfriend? Oh, my fifth mic on my radio show banged your girlfriend when she came down here, and then when she found out, you kicked her out in the street and made her go back to Canada in the middle of the night. You think that's going to be in the book?
Should be in the book.
That should be in the book,
and
right?
That's my other problem with you, Ant, is that there are some great stories. There are. But you see, your arrogance and your ego won't allow you to tell any of them. That's the problem. See, I could write a better book than you because people have seen from the way I act on this show and on other shows, I'm very open about things that do not show me in a positive light. Because it's still funny. I know what a good book is. I guarantee you're not willing to write a good book, bud.
And you know what else? What else is going to? I wonder if it's going to be in the book. Is when you banged the wife of an FBI agent, and then you gave the leftovers to Danny, but then she got sick of him and she blew Mersh.
No. Actually, it was actually me.
You then
Danny.
Oh, that's so much.
Remember, she fucked her way upward.
You're right.
Because I was a nobody back then. She was fucking her way upward.
Oh, that's even grosser.
Yeah,
for them.
so I got in on that first, dog. Also, are you going to tell the story about your current girlfriend, the one that you're with now?
Isn't that the one that's a dude?
No. The one he's with now that lives with him, Missy, is the one that threw all the him and Danny's stuff and cat shit. And then stole his credit cards. Remember, he almost pressed charges because she stole his credit cards and bought him a bunch of stuff.
Wait, but then who's the one that burned all the passports and all his paperwork because she caught him banging somebody else?
That was her. That was Missy. And then she put all the keys in the cat shit.
Okay.
And took the credit cards.
Okay.
He got back with her now. And she's a strong-faced, handsome woman.
Eesh.
She likes to work out.
Maybe he's going to settle down and have a family.
I mean, he had a family. Remember the mom he didn't visit for 5 years?
I don't think he remembered her.
Ooh, is that going to be in the book, Anthony, about your mom who was had dementia and was living alone in some sort of state home within probably a 2-hour driving distance from you, and you didn't go visit her for 5 years? Is that going to be in the book? I mean, I guess you can't cover the whole 5 years in the book. That would be. But I mean,
big book.
Would it be mentioned at least that you didn't go see your delirious mother in her dying days? Because that would be a good read. I would be like, wow, look at him pouring his heart out. His audience. Is the tranny banging stuff going to be in there?
Allegedly.
Is the stuff about, is the stuff that I was told? I'm trying to find a way to.
Okay, you got this. I believe in you.
Are the things that I was told about a certain young woman named Jackie who you were in contact with allegedly before she was of age and went to Disney World with? The girl who you kept Legos in your house for? Is that going to be in the book yet? I'm good now.
A must-read for all diehard O&A fans.
I love the segue back into must-read.
Permanently suspended finally answers the question that everyone's been waiting for. What really happened between Opie and Anthony?
Are we going to talk? I got another question, though.
Okay, sure.
There's so many questions. I'm so excited about this book. Are you going to talk about how you used to have pool parties with a fan named Kurt Love, real name Jeffrey Hollander, who actually turned out to be a convicted child molester who anally raped a 12-year-old? And did you, in fact, hang out with this convicted Jeffrey Ray Hollander, a.k.a. Kurt Love, at pool parties in your house with underage girls, including Bobo's sister? Answer the question, Mr. Cumia.
I object badgering the witness.
That was pretty badgering. That was very Sam Malloy from Law and Order. Remember when they had Sam Malloy?
Yeah.
He would yell and he would do his passive aggressive thing, and then he'd go, "I retract." Like, well, you
Here's what I
can't
would
do
say.
that. The jury heard your comments.
You know what? Or how about this? On that show when they go, you know what? I'll allow it, but watch yourself.
I love that. Easy, but easy. Allow it.
All right.
Watch yourself. Badgering the witness.
What was the reason behind the multiple firings? What prompted the tweeting about the Times Square, New York City incident? Yes.
It was the part where you called them N-words.
And
It was
not
the
people.
part where you said they weren't people, that blacks weren't people, and that you called this woman a N-word with a hard ER.
Now, to be fair, well, I won't say it.
To this day, he tries to go, I said savages. Really? Does savage have two of the same letter in the middle? Because you use the two of the
No,
same.
it doesn't.
You very carefully wrote N-word. Stop it. Don't fucking, you can lie to your fucking dumb little whores that you pay to fuck you. Don't lie to me. I'm better than that. By the way, I'm waiting on that fucking lawsuit, bud.
What is the true account of the controversial allegations? What are the never before revealed? Wait. What are the true account of the controversial allegations? What is the never before revealed question of Anthony's stint in rehab?
Wait, I got one more question. Are you going to cover the time that you were caught? You had to delete your Vine account because you had a Vine account, and some eagle-eyed listeners realized that the only thing you liked on Vine was this 11-year-old girl with braces and her cute little Vine videos. Are you going to put that in the book? Because that would be... Because it's noteworthy. I mean, again, are you going to put in any of the things... Is your book going to address any of the things that actually come up when one Googles you?
Oh, hold on. I just Googled him. Let's see. I'm going to read some front page stuff.
By the way, I want you to point out which article is above the announcement that his book's coming out.
That's exactly what I was going to do. So here we go. Well, if you Google Anthony Cumia, you could, if you want to play along at home, you can. The first thing that comes up is his Wikipedia. Makes sense.
Of course.
Second thing, the Artie and Anthony Twitter. Makes sense, too, because that's the only thing that ever fucking held that station together. Number 3, Compound Media.
Gotta have Compound Media.
That's going to be up there. Yeah. Then his personal Twitter account.
Gotta have that.
Okay. And then the story you wrote on Revenge of the Sis.
Oh, is that the one about all the pedo stuff and the child grooming? That's the other thing. What about the child grooming? I forgot about the child grooming. Remember when you bought an Apple MacBook for a 40-year-old guy because he catfished you and you thought he was a 13-year-old girl, and you even tweeted out inviting Alyssa over to the compound? You asked if she wanted a Easter, a West Wing room. Remember all that, Aunt? I wrote a better biography of you than these two fucking open micers from Long Island did.
And then after that is...
And I didn't charge $27 for it either.
Then after that's his YouTube.
So I guess that's...
Oh, and then his announcement. Then the Daily Mail article of his thing coming out, book coming out. How is our little stupid article higher than that? Oh, because more people have read it. Whoops.
And wait till I adjust the SEO stuff so that whenever somebody looks for the name of the book and stuff, it's also going to pull that up. You see, Anthony, I'm a more clever person than you.
You should be petting a cat while you do that.
Yes, Mr. Cumia. You should have visited your mother before she died. I might have taken pity upon you.
He's the CIA!
Holy shit!
You forgot
Spencer
the best
Shakes,
part.
Spencer
There
Shakes,
you
Spencer
go.
Shakes.
That's my favorite part of that.
Faggot.
What does the future hold for this live stream podcast?
I'm guessing I'm fucking suicide, or they're gonna find you fucking face down in your pool. Keith, the cop's gonna have to scrape you out of the filter.
I would have said flip Mustang, but okay.
I think this is how it's gonna end, Anthony. I think one night you're gonna be so bloated out on Bud Lights and Xannies, right? And you're gonna
Bud Light Platinum.
And you're gonna fall asleep in that pool raft, and your head's gonna start dangling just off the pool raft a little bit, right? And your fucking airwaves are all gonna get blocked. And I think that Keith the cop's gonna come out and see you, and he's gonna go, you know what? Better this way.
And the problem is, Ant, when you take too much HGH, your neck gets kind of big and your airway closes up even more. I don't know if you're doing that, but I'm just saying, trust me when that's, when you, like, that's why Barry Bonds' head got so big.
Yeah, but I don't know why he would take HGH.
To try to stay young and virile.
That's expensive stuff.
But he has 100,000 subscribers. He could afford it.
Does he? Is that why they were on a boat the size of a fucking fist heading over to Atlantic City?
I was on a pontoon boat bigger than that this weekend. I
was in a pool raft this weekend bigger than that. Also, drinking a better beer.
That is true.
I was
it
sipping
was Yingling.
I was sipping a Yingling in a pool raft about the size of your boat. And I made this noise a lot all day. And I didn't have to feel the need to periscope and perform for everybody and show what a baller. Just fucking
Relax.
sit there and have your Bud Light, you asshole.
Permanently suspended as a humorous, no-hold-barred account of the legendary career and life of Anthony Cumia.
I'd rather watch the movie No Holds Barred.
Honestly, so would I. That's a good movie. A blue-collar guy who made his dreams come true. Rising above all obstacles.
Can I
Yes.
correct him also, though?
Sure.
You were never blue-collar, you fucking spaghetti N-word.
Civilian.
You were white trash. There's a difference. You were a no-collar worker. You did duct work. He was a tin knocker. Do you know what a tin knocker does?
Oh, I do.
He, of course, does. A tin knocker doesn't actually do HVAC work. Like, if you were to hire somebody and go, oh, yeah, I've done HVAC work, and they're a tin knocker, here's what a tin knocker does. They, you know the vents that lead to an air duct? They tape the sections of that together. And then sometimes, whatever. But they attach the segments of tube. It's literally a helper job.
Yeah, here's what
it's not blue collar. Blue collar is, well, what do you do in a house? Oh, well, I just do the drywall. That's a no collar job. Electrician is a blue collar job because people need you.
I was in the air conditioning company for a while, and yeah, the tin knockers are usually, just so you know, are illegal immigrants.
Yeah, they're basically roofers who lucked into having an inside job.
Well, they're illegal immigrants normally because they can't be AC mechanics, because you have to be legal to get your AC license. So they're usually just illegal immigrants.
Or
Usually,
felons. Yeah, a couple felons in there too.
That is
just
also
fresh
true.
out of jail, but
And
willing to work.
But willing to work. So yeah, basically, they're not even the ones that, like, when you go to homes and usually in commercial buildings, there's the ductwork is metal. So what you do is a qualified person at the shop bends all the metal, and what he does is when he gets there, you put it together. You
tape it together.
And you boop, boop, and put it all together. It's not really a highfalutin job.
No. And again, HVAC is a blue-collar job.
I
Because
agree.
again, you go, fuck you, you're fired. Get your shit and get out. If you know how to fix
You'll
air
get a job
conditioners,
immediately.
You'll get a job.
You will always get a job doing that.
But this is like glorified being a roofer, but lucking out into getting a roofing job where you get to be inside and not burn to death. That's all it is. But it's not blue collar. There is no collar work.
A blue-collar guy who made his dreams come true, rising above all obstacles to become one of the most well-known and successful personalities in radio history.
For a time. No. One of the most successful and notorious hosts for a time. You didn't even have an impressive run, Ant.
You want to read some of the reviews that were by people, like his famous pals?
I bet they're really good, right?
And we have Artie Lang, and he said, "That's why we not go for it."
He's a black guy. I was like, "What are you sprinkling on cheeseburger?" Hang on, no, I'm gonna do an even better Artie impression. You guys ready?
Okay. Hey, he's just leaving the studio. He left the studio. He's not here. Hey, Mike. He's coming back. There he goes.
Yeah, that's the best Artie Lang impression is just a chair with headphones on it. Oh, sorry, did I hurt you? Well, don't fucking lay your feet right in front of my chair.
Yeah, our dog puts the feet
You're
right by the
fucking
chair.
tard, man. She's so weird.
I know. Artie Lang. Any true fan of comedy better pray Anthony Cumia lives forever. Not like you. I never met someone with more balls and talent as this book shows.
Except for literally everyone I worked out on Stern, including Stuttering John.
I'm a junkie. Probably won't live that long. Okay, by the way...
He's always pulling this pity card.
I hate the fact that he says he's a junkie more than vegans say they're vegans.
Like, dude, we get it. You know, you don't want to try to be a better person.
Prob won't live that long. Anthony's our last hope. We need people like him. Men who hate pussies. Well, that might be true. But love pussy.
And also boy penises or girl penises.
You're right. From Joe Rogan.
Hey, Jamie, pull that up.
Anthony's one of the funniest, smartest guys I've ever done radio with.
Did you know that he used to be a tin knocker? Wow. Jamie, pull that up.
An unapologetically masculine man, which is increasingly rarer than this ever pussified world we find ourselves in.
He was talking about Alex Jones and that.
And they just attribute it to Anthony because he's on InfoWars sometimes. Colin Quinn says, no impressions before. I just want to check if you have any impressions.
Colin Quinn said, nice book, stupid. Yeah, I bet it's going to be at the fucking top of the New York Times bestseller. You fucking should have written the book 20 years ago and people actually gave a shit.
Anthony Cumia. Anthony Cumia always makes me laugh with his awful Jimmy Jackson childhood tales. Can't wait to read his Suffolk County reminiscence because he's smart and quick on his feet as anybody in comedy. The next one, Lisa Lampanelli.
By the way, people love to hear you be compared to being as good as everybody else. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, it's like almost like a thinly veiled shot. Like, you didn't even fucking... Colin Quinn, I don't know if you guys know about Colin Quinn, but he does not give a care. And I just feel like he can't lie to people.
No.
It's not in his nature, so he's as good as anybody else out there.
Lisa Lampanelli. Cumia pushes the envelope.
God, Lisa Lampanelli? Isn't she like a full-blown lefty now?
Yeah, we saw her with the fucking pink hair and yelling at people.
Dude, is he taking old quotes?
They have to be.
These are old quotes. The Artie one's probably new, but I bet he took I don't know.
Anthony Cumia pushes the envelope. That's what you have to love about the guy. He likes to ruffle feathers and knows how to tell a story.
Break women's hands, bite them.
I don't think she said that, Mike.
And pull phones out of the wall so she can't call the police.
Where's my gun? In that vein, we're very much alike, except I have a bigger penis. Get it? Because Lisa Lampanelli's not a girl. Go buy this book now. The last one, Andrew Dice Clay. Anthony's a naturally yet funny, quick, sharp, and always on point. He has the kind of funny that genius comes from.
He added. You got to do that every time you do the dice.
You're right. I did. About the author. As a talk radio host for over 20 years, Anthony Cumia's built a legendary career on being outspoken and outrageous.
He's built a mildly memorable career.
As the co-founder and co-host of the Opie and Anthony Show, Cumia's style of humor and talk was syndicated nationally and internationally on terrestrial and satellite radio. Today, he continues to spark thoughtful, provocative, and important conversations.
You yell about blacks behind a paywall, Ant. That's what you do. Your own subscribers hate you.
As the uncensored co-host of the Anthony Cumia Show, an online broadcast delivered in video and audio formats to over, and then this is for real, 100,000 subscribers?
I think they added that because they were going to change the number.
No, here's what I think happened. somebody was writing this for him, right? And
they were going to fill that in.
They were
later.
going back and forth. And they sent him this draft with the question mark, little edits, and they forgot to take the question mark out.
Oh, boy.
288 pages.
This is going to be some of the most self-serving horse shit.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be such a terrible book. Like, I almost want to buy it.
Look, now let's talk about the picture on the book, because I know this is going to be the whole show, folks. So if, tomorrow if you want more political talk, that's fine.
So this will probably be 30 minutes in Nightwave later, too, because I just can't get over Cumia's sandblasted face.
Written by Anthony Cumia with Johnny Russo and Brad Trackman.
Oh, the Johnny Russo and Brad Trackman.
Who are they?
No idea.
Okay. Let's zoom in on the picture
some
here.
Some Guinea and some Jew.
Let's zoom in on the picture here. This is his face.
Some Photoshop. What did they do? Did they emboss?
If you know anything...
Did they emboss his face?
You know, if anything... You have to know he has a lot of pop marks from acne because he had bad acne. So his face is completely Photoshopped.
And they got the bar. You notice they got the bar?
Yeah. That
runs right through that fucking... that dried up riverbed that's in his cheeks.
Mm-hmm. Nice veneers, by the way. He's holding the microphone behind bars, wearing an orange jumpsuit, and it's like a stamp thing that says "permanently suspended."
Whoa, edgy!
The rise and fall and rise again of radio's most notorious shock jock.
Also, this guy keeps playing up with his mug shots on his show and this cover. He's always trying to play up this edgy criminal vibe, right? Mm-hmm. But aren't you always complaining about how blacks are criminals and disgusting and ruining neighborhoods? You're playing up your badass prison bit. You went to jail for assaulting your girlfriend in your home. You pled to that, so yes. Domestic strangulation, I believe, was what you pled down to. Ant. So maybe don't play up that angle too much. Like, I would understand if you went to jail for, like when T.I. gets busted with a trunk load of guns and he's like, yeah, motherfucker, I'll make another album. And everybody goes, he's badass. He was trying to run around with AK-47s all over hot Atlanta. You bit your girlfriend and choked her. That's not cool.
Don't forget losing his gun.
This nigga thinks he's Gucci Mane. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? He is fucking delusional. $27 a copy. How dare you, sir?
By the way, the forward is by Jim Norton. And
yeah, that'll push a couple
I have the forward
copies.
here. I have the forward here.
Do you really?
Yeah. On the one hand, yes, I got it.
That's a tough one, man. I don't know.
I wish I had the forward.
And then it's just 2 pages of bashing Louis C.K.
There you go. I have a how dare you for you, too.
It's 2 pages of Jim Norton complaining about the smell of his windsock. I asked him to change it 2 weeks ago, man. Is that too much to fucking ask?
Where's my breakfast?
Oh, shit.
Look, I had a fun time. Sorry for the new listeners that might not have known, but yes, we have a problem.
You know what, guys? Look, we had a lot of fun here today, but domestic violence is a serious issue. Mm-hmm. If you or somebody you know is being abused by a drunken, washed-up, racist ex-shock jock in a basement of his Long Island McMansion, you should probably tell them to stop going there.
Yeah.
It's probably best.
It's a good idea. And not keep getting back with him.
And also blackmail him. Allegedly. What happens?
Why do you...
No, I'm just saying that, Danny still seems to be very mobile. You know what I mean? She travels a lot. She seems to not have a lot of money problems. They seem to settle that all very amicably, right?
Thank you for listening, everybody.
Oh, by the way, stupid, you realize you're going to pay this girl all this money? Supposedly, allegedly, from what I heard. You're paying this girl all this money because you're afraid of your deep, dark secrets? Nikki, you ain't going to outlive that dumb thought. So what's going to happen? You're going to die, and as soon as you die, that bitch is going to be like, I banged kids! Whatever the fuck she's got on you. Allegedly.
Thank you for listening, everybody. We appreciate it. If you like what you heard, revengeofthesis.com/donate. Help us out. Go to patreon.com/we're not sorry. Become a patron. Want to help us get to DC? Streamlabs.com/Revenge of the Sis will be up there. And if we go up there, we'll definitely plan something to meet and greet people up there. So I guess you can figure out where we are and you can kill us.
I'll give that shout out to Cyan Z since Cyan Z was in the chat. He gave us a super chat. So
what
thank
up?
you, sir.
Thanks, man. We appreciate it. Seriously, we do appreciate it. Did he? I didn't even see.
Yeah, he said,
there
Tranthony
he-
gets 2,000 views. His book's going to flop. It's going to be terrible. He had to put it into 9 subcategories. It's number 1 in the radio broadcasting old washed up shock jock category. It's great. Hopefully Stuttering John doesn't come out with a book this week.
Thank you for listening, everybody. RevengeOfTheSys.com to read Mike's story, which you should do. Mike's book coming out soon. We have to work on a title, so
I'm making a book, Anthony, just to spite you. You know how much it's going to be? $7.99. Eat a dick, nigga.
From bad to merch?
I don't know what it doesn't matter. I'm just leeching sales from you. None of us are going to win.
We're going to win. Thank you for listening. We'll be back tomorrow. I believe I'm doing Hippo Juice tonight at 8 p.m. at More Like Radio on YouTube, youtube.com/More Like Radio, where I will be live. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We will be back tomorrow. Revenge of the Sis.